In this video, I'm going to show you how you can apply multiple effects to your video clips right in the mobile version of Filmora. So here I've got a nice beach setting, and I'm going to set up a filter effect just to make it a little bit more sharper towards the end of the video. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up some keyframes. So keyframes are useful because you can have more control over how your filters and how your settings are applied throughout the video. It doesn't have to be just uniform throughout the entire thing. So I'm going to click the button to add a keyframe here and add another one over here. And let's say add a third one as well. So now when I select this first keyframe, you can see that that keyframe is enlarged. So that tells me that I've activated that keyframe. And now on the bottom here, there's an option to apply a filter. So on the filter, there's a lot of different categories here. Right now, I'm on the film tab, and I could just scroll through and see which one I want to apply. So I'm going to use this gloomy city effect, which I like it because towards the end, the maximum value, it makes the video a lot sharper. So you can see it operates from a scale of 0 to 100. And so when I get to 100, it gets really sharp. So I'm going to start with a very low setting here at that first keyframe. So I'm going to set it here to 13. Now I'm going to move on to the next keyframe and hit that filter button again. And I still have that gloomy city effect selected. This time I'm going to adjust it so it's around the 50-point mark. Next, let's go to the last keyframe, hit the filter button. This time I'm going to leave it at 100. So now when I play my video, you can see that effect is more gradually applied to my clip. It's not all at once. And so this is where, you have a lot more control over how the effect works in your video. Now I can also adjust other things. If I go back to this keyframe, I can hit the adjust button here, and now I can do adjustments to things like exposure, to the contrast, to the saturation. Like let's say I want to make this saturation at 100 here. Apply that, and now let's go to the earlier keyframe, adjust this, and now we can adjust the saturation to, let's say, maybe around 30. And let's go back here. Let's adjust this keyframe as well so that saturation is perhaps negative, right? So it looks almost white here. So now, if I play this video from the beginning now we have a much more dramatic effect because we're applying different saturation levels and applying that film effect differently based on all those different keyframes. So just within the mobile version of Filmora, you're able to do a lot of adjustments on here. And if I go back into that filter section, you can look at different sort of effects you want to apply. We've got basic, we've got mono, we've iris, we've got scenery, we've got night, summer, and you can even look at trending effects as well to give you ideas as to what you may want to apply. And you can also go back to the main adjustments and make changes to exposure, contrast, saturation, vibrance, all sorts of things. So there's a lot of things you can do right within the mobile version of Filmora.